Hello, hello. Welcome, y'all.
Yeah, hello.
Hello.
Welcome. Okay, so this is Dr. Alison K. I welcome you all to the call. Those of you who are new, welcome, and those of you who are familiar and have been here on these weekly calls, welcome back. So this is going to be a pretty phenomenal call. It's going to involve group transmission. I just got back from the Mayan ruins. I want to give you guys some of that energy, which is already starting now. And if you were pulled into the call, especially as a new listener, this is part of the reason why, as you'll hear in what I'm about to say. If you want to submit, if you're on the webcast, you want to get some work done on an issue, you can go ahead and submit in the form on the bottom left your concern. I have somebody already submit form in the gray box on the left-hand corner. My day has been filled with love and magical surprises. Yay, Kathy! So that's the potential of where we're meant to live from right now. The conference, if you're calling in, what you can do is press *2 on your phone, and that will allow you to be able to get facilitated or spotlight coaching, intuitive coaching, one-on-one with me. So *2 if you're on the phone, and if you're on the webcast, you can submit a question in the bottom left-hand corner. What I want to do is set the tone right now for the call, and I'd like to go ahead and open up the lines and have all of us Om together at the same time. Inhaling. Beautiful. Okay. So, welcome. My name is Dr. Alison K., and I have been doing work with energy medicine really my whole life. When I was 12, Mom said to me during one of our conversations, you should be a psychologist. I grew up with my older brother tromping through the woods every day after school, really open and playing with the universe and interacting with all of the energy and the elementals in the forest every day after school. And later on, my first major in college was psychology, and 3 semesters in, I realized this is not getting it. This isn't telling me how to be a happy, healthy, vibrant human being soaring. This is focused on hardwiring and memory and data recall and application to industrial management. So I left that major and ended up with a major in English literature that was the study of people, but through an art form. And so from there on in, I've been asking the question, what makes a human being thrive? And I've been led to energy medicine and meditation. I lived in Asia for 10 years after practicing energy medicine for approximately 4, to see how meditating at that point for approximately 15, to see how I could better improve my results with my clients and see how subtle energy works. And I've become a Qigong teacher. I got certified to teach yoga in India. I am a meditation teacher, yoga teacher. I've been teaching meditation for 25 years. I've been meditating for 26. I'm also a personal trainer with a focus on mind, body, fitness, and longevity nutrition. I am a holistic life coach with a PhD, or I have one. I'm not that, but I have one. And there's something else I'm forgetting. I have created the Vibrational Upgrade System, which is a blend of all of the energy medicines I've learned and in everything I've learned. And I will be using it on this call right now, because you're getting an entrainment up to my vibration, but you're also going to be hearing me do clearings and help you with certain blocks that you have. So again, if you'd like to press *2, if you're on the phone, you can, and that will allow you to get some laser coaching, some intuitive coaching and clearings. And then if you're on the webcast, good, you guys are hearing me now. There's a couple of you with the hands raised. *2 on the phone if you want to get some spotlight intuitive coaching for yourself. And then on the webcast, you can submit a question and answer in the block on that bottom left there. So I do this work very much because my first career was actually as a political consultant. And I left that field at the same time Gore did. I helped get Clinton and Gore elected back in '92, as well as help get the first Latina woman elected to the California State Assembly. And in the stress of that job is actually when I learned to meditate. And so I've always been geared towards helping humanity. I've always had a very global consciousness. And I've been a world traveler before I moved to Asia for 10 years. And so the work I'm doing is, in fact, my political action. As each of us raises our vibrations and clears out the old and clears out our plug-in to the old paradigm, we become more free, and we free it up for those following us. My second book that was recently published, Vibrational Upgrade, A Conspiracy for Your Bliss, Easing Humanity's Evolutionary Transition, is just that. I've come to understand through studies and interviews with scientists and specialists about the 2012 galactic alignment that I was at Chichen Itza of the Mayan ruins for. It was a special alignment that is marking a 20-year window of what's considered humanity's greatest evolutionary leap forward. And so between 2012 and 2032, we're going to be jumping 2 dimensions, basically. So that's one of the reasons why things are feeling so much less stable and seem to jump and leap instead of consistent, reliable, concrete, sequential, step-by-step, where things just seem a bit more erratic. This is humanity's spiritual awakening, and so my work is to help folks with that awakening. Everything that I make, while I'm not a nonprofit, is invested back into my business being able to get out there to more people, to help free up more people so that you're in alignment with source in your higher self, which is what the word yoga means, to yoke with your higher self or source, and you're de-aligned with the fear-based, lack-based paradigm that the majority of in this reality are still plugged into. So that's a bit of background on me and why you may, if you're new, may have been attracted to this call. And you being on this call is contributing to humanity just by the group energy, all of you being present here and receiving these transmissions and clearings and activations. Because when I was just at the Mayan ruins, I was there for the full moon and the lunar eclipse we just had, and most of you are on and received the newsletter, except for those of you who came in this week, that I just sent out with the Mayan ruin pictures. And I was at the Mayan ruins. It was the first trip I was drawn to take internationally when I came back from Asia in 2011 with one client. And then I was asked to be the yoga and meditation teacher and energy medicine practitioner on a specialty cruise of specialists focusing on the 2012 phenomena. I had a radio show at the time that they asked, Voice America reached out to me and asked me to do, dispelling the myths around what 2012 was, that it wasn't doom and gloom. And so I interviewed a bunch of scientists, including the ones I quoted in my first book, What If There's Nothing Wrong, where I wrote my 10th year in Asia, explaining energy and explaining how the mind moves energy and explaining what it looks like in India and in the traditional Chinese culture of Taiwan versus what we've created in the West, and in particular in America, based on our beliefs, and that everything that we're operating within the structures of our society is based on someone else's beliefs. And so really getting free from any kind of self-suppression or oppression because of somebody else's fear-based beliefs and what they created from that fear is a great part of the work that I do. And so when I came back, Voice America asked me to do that radio show, which I did for 2.5 years around 2012 phenomena. And I interviewed a bunch of people. It was fun, great fun. And so I ended up on this cruise for the December 21st Galactic Alignment in 2012. We got special permission to work with a Mayan shaman at the ruins. And during that time, my feet, I didn't have anything on my feet either the year before or on the day of the alignment. In the day of the alignment, there were like these lightning bolts shooting up from the ground, from the earth, into my feet. And when I went back there now, 4 years later, actually 5 years later, and it was closer to 4, So I was there December 21st, and now I was just there February 9th through the 15th, I think. The power at Chichen Itza had shifted. Yes, it's definitely still a third chakra manifesting power center, for sure. And I had the biggest past life flashback I've ever had this trip at Chichen Itza, and it was brilliant. But I was also taking VIP clients to the Mayan ruins for their first time to do activations and clearings for them, to other ruins that were counterbalancing the power, the yang energy of the Chichen Itza ruins. The Chichen Itza ruins are the most famous pyramid, for those of you who don't know or are wondering what I'm talking about. It's whenever you see the Mayan ruins and you see a pyramid with them, that's the pyramid at Chichen Itza. And the calendar that predicted the galactic alignment in 2012 was created at Chichen Itza. But the Mayan Empire goes from the Yucatan of Mexico down into Guatemala. And so I stayed in this colonial town called Merida because it was close, and I brought my clients there because it was closer to more of the Mayan ruins. And so the other days, I went to a seventh chakra one, and then another day to a second and fourth chakra one, and those actually had more power. And what happened, I did, some of you on this call were on the Tuesday night group call I did from there. And I have had reports of some of my most advanced clients who have interacted with my energy the most and have taken the most, like they're my students all the way through master level. They're at my yoga and meditation class weekly. They're flowing the energy medicine themselves on others. They're coming to energy medicine sessions with me. They even said they had to turn it off and not listen to it as much as they usually listen to replays because of the amount of energy that's on it. There's a brand new energy that I'm coming to you with right now that I wrote about a bit on in that newsletter you got this weekend that is still in energetic phase. It's not yet downloaded, chunked up into words, other than what I can say to you right now is that we are in a brand new time. There was an ending that happened. Eclipses eclipse, and we're about to have another solar eclipse this weekend. This is a brilliant time for you to be on this call. There's a new moon with an energy of hope, and I'm going to put out a newsletter this weekend helping to describe and explain this a lot more, but the solar eclipse. But there was an ending that happened about the close of 2016, and it was what I understand so far in working with these energies that I received while there through is that the 2012 to 2016 chunk of time was really the ripping up of the old. That's in great part why 2016 was tumultuous for so many people. Really rough year, if not for everybody. I don't know that I've spoken to one person from anywhere around the globe that has said 2016 was like a cheerio, rockin' year. So now what we're dealing with is the actual new paradigm coming in where abundance is known by everyone. It is our birthright. They can't get away, they being those in power, can't get away with the threats of lack anymore. It just doesn't have the same substance behind it, where there's a lot more free-flowing of unity, of connection, of compassion, believe it or not, and of each of us doing what we're here to do with using our most inherent talent that we might take for granted. And sometimes in my coaching, career coaching with folks, the question is like, what do you do that you just take for granted that your friends come to you for? Like, what are you the friend known for? You can make money from that. That's the natural gift and talent that I'm speaking to. Those will be coming out much more, and you can live from that in a peaceful, easy way where the struggle, the not enough, the difficulty, that paradigm's done. So there you have it. Yeah, let me be silent and give it to you. So what I've noticed since I've been running these energies from the trip is last night when I was teaching Qigong, my hands were pulsing more than they ever have before, like vibrating. And my hands vibrate, and they're hot. And last night, I had never seen anything like it. All of my clients, including the ones I did the activations on, one of the two, the head has been hot. The clients back here who received that Tuesday night call, their heads have been hot. So the new energy, if you want the new energy, it's in that. I created a product. I knew that call was so special. I came fresh from the ruins on the day of it's Valentine's, actually, of the call. And I normally approach the Tuesday night call, the group call of theta healing, clearings, and activations with a sense of who needs what. I check in before the call, and then as I'm on the call and doing clearings, I get directed over to somebody's consciousness, and usually halfway through their series of clearings for them, I'm aware of who I'm doing it for. This call, I was totally open in channeling, and it was phenomenal. And so I made a product out of it, and it's on the website. It's the Mayan Ruins Activation, and it's $33, and don't listen to it every day yet, because people who are the most advanced with listening to and receiving these energies, like I said, aren't even handling it on a daily basis. I don't normally download my calls and listen to them in loops. I did with this one. If you want access to the brand new paradigm coming in, this is it. So I also want to speak to another new offering that I haven't really put out there a lot. I've been really selective with when I've offered this. So in my honoring the request to get my work out to more people, I have been reconfiguring my business model, and there's a Work With Me page on my website that if you go to the bottom of it, you can apply now, hit that button, and you can get a 30-minute call with me. It's the Breakthrough Blast Chat, and it's for us to hang out and to see what it is you're desiring for yourself and to see what it is that my offerings are that match that, and then we can move forward if it's a fit and if I have space in my programs. There's a new program I've started that's absolutely on fire, and I have come to love it. It's called Magic, Manifestation, and Money Flow, and it's a group program, and it's really to get you free with the whole lack paradigm and the whole I'm limited. I don't have any choice. I have to pay the mortgage. I have to support my family. This is how I have to do it. To really open you up to not that. So if you're really ready to have your field just expanded into the new possibilities that are coming in and what your being is really here to do and wants to do, and you want some more hand-holding and support for that, then you can go to the Work With Me page, and there's a few left. I think there's like 2 left for this coming Monday. Every Monday I've been able to open up just a few slots, and so you can get a 30-minute time with me, and we can see about how I can best support you. Now is the time. You'll see. You'll feel it. If you're not already feeling it, now is the time to step forward into new hope for you and your life and your living and your money flows, because it's all possible. The wording that you've seen increasingly over the last couple of years, like people talking about how does it get any better than this, or on the Travel Channel, one of the hosts keeps saying, 2 of the hosts actually now I've seen say, I don't know how it can get any better than this. Like there's been an opening that people can sense in the mainstream. And so it is getting better than this, and we're about to find out. And I am excited with anybody who feels a yes to support you in getting more clear in your yes and hand-holding in the way that's needed to help you stay and come back to quicker than ever before your yes. And then another opportunity is the Tuesday night call. We're still keeping on board. It's a special offer. That's the button on the webcast. This replay will be up immediately after the call, and then you can access it and download it. And to the left of that is the special offer that I believe my assistant linked to the Tuesday night call. And that 3-month special is up there. So I know that people have gotten great results from 1 month being on the call, but 3 months is really needed for you to have it grounded and be more physicalized, where you're living more from the positive, the yes, you've come more out of the negative self-talk. Because that Tuesday night call, as you'll hear me in just a few moments, start to do clearings for, it clears out all of the negative self-talk. And it's phenomenal. I've been doing it for 5 years, and it's a sacred time. So if you don't have right now a lot of space or money to invest in your own growth, but you know you want an opening, that Tuesday night call is the way to do it. It's under $100 for 5 hours of healing that you can listen to over and over again, which is just crazy because of the results that people have reported from that. So if you want to get change started now, that's the way to do it. And as soon as you sign up, you get also a bonus MP3 of an hour of clearings. So those are all ways that you can move forward with more of this work. And so let me go ahead and open up the line to somebody in Danbury, Connecticut. Lisa? Lisa, you there?
Can you hear me? Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Hi.
Hi.
Somehow I knew you were going to call on me first. This was hilarious.
Seriously? I didn't know that. You were number 4 in the queue, I'll have you know. You were second to last.
Exactly. I know. I knew I wasn't the first one in, so that's why I was like, oh my God, I know she's going to call me. Anyway, just everything you said just so resonates so deeply with me and the whole ending of 2016. And so I'm just in this weird place. Like, I love my husband so much, and I know he loves me, but he's not on a spiritual path. So I'm actually in Hawaii right now for 6 weeks figuring out if I'm going to move here, and he doesn't want to move here. And I'm like, I would just love any direction about, because I am channeling, I help people connect to their divine loved ones, and I used to be a CPA. I'm like, I'm still like, what the hell is going on? So I'm following my divine path.
Good girl. Congratulations for that. Thank you for doing that. It helps everybody, the more of us that step out and do that. Lisa, thank you. I'm already getting information, so that's why I sound a little bit distracted. Hold on. You have a lot of support around you. You have a lot of active communicators around you. So can the one step forward who's going to help answer her question the most, please? And the others step back. So this is the teacher in me modeling for you guys how to deal with this exact situation. You can do it with entities too. We are finding out what it is that they want, why they're around a person. Okay. Really angelic female energy. Does that make sense to you, Lisa?
Yes. Yep.
Cool. This is a big choice. This has happened before with you and your husband in other lifetimes where you've parted ways over his lack of development and your development. It's a really sore spot. It's why this one is a little bit more difficult of a choice because does it have the sense of like finality to it, Lisa?
Yes. Uh-huh.
So I'm already getting information that I don't want to give you quite yet because I want to do it I'm being guided to do it in a different way. When you think of leaving him and separating, where does your heart go, not your head?
Yeah, it breaks. I lost my first husband, so he's my second true love, and I love him so deeply.
So can you accept as a compromise, as a choice, a conscious choice, to have this love so your heart doesn't break this way? Can you accept him as he is? Your first response.
I guess my first response is if I do that, then I lose myself.
Okay, what is possible? I don't believe that. I don't think that's necessarily true. I just got off the group call with the Magic Manifestation and Money Flow people and just did a bunch of clearings around leaving the either-or paradigm and stepping into the both and paradigm. And if this is karmic, which it is, and if this has happened before, which it has a momentum of its own, Lisa, to it. So let's be really present, okay? Because it's not necessarily true what you just said. It's resonant of the old that's gone on between you two. So what is coming through is that you actually could stay together.
Okay.
And not lose yourself. You would just need a hell of a lot of dialogue at the beginning as you transition.
Okay.
As you transition into the model of instead of what it has been, which has showed if there's been friction, instead of it being friction, it's dialogue, and it's you making conscious choices that eventually he's going to follow you in. Does that feel like it's part of the concept?
Okay. Yeah. Great.
How's it get any better than that? What else is possible? So what about what happens when I say to you, do you see you moving to Hawaii, making the choice for you both because he's still in a fear-based mode and he follows you? What's the first response to that? So yes?
Yes. Yes.
That's what I'm seeing. Frequently, when I first got back here from Asia, I was doing once a month workshops on the different goddesses and invoking them and talking about what we could gain from working with specific goddesses and then doing clearings around that concept, meaning one time it was the goddesses for abundance, another time it was goddesses for transmutation and change, blah, blah, blah. So the one when I would do the goddesses for transmutation and change, I bring up such fierce goddesses like Oya, the African goddess, or Kali, or Pele from Hawaii. And the image that I got, the understanding I got was that a lot of the times it is the feminine, and it could be in a partnership where the male is more feminine and the female is more masculine. I don't mean genders. The feminine energy is the one that's the catalyzer. It's the one that can whip the lightning bolt down and say, this ends now, this changes now. And so there's some of that going on here. So you could invoke you could work with Pele, you could work with Kali, you could work with Oya, you could work with Durga. She's more protection, but she catalyzed change too. Hold on, let me see what else wants to get communicated to you. Centered, stay centered. You're off. You're getting distracted more than you normally do. What's distracting you? Are you building your business, or are you playing with somebody a lot?
Yes, I'm building my business. Yeah.
Some of that's distracting you. Okay, this isn't about you and your husband, but it's information that is not that same angelic, soft energy. It's somebody pretty fierce who has been trying to get you to know this. So you stop the activity. You don't need to be so active. Trust more.
Okay.
I'm going to do this. Lisa, if you want, sign up for one of the Breakthrough Blast chats and see about you and I talking for one of those complimentary 30-minute chunks to see about getting you into the program, because these are the energetics of the Magic Manifestation and Money Flow program. This is a natural segue. I'm not trying to market. What is being shown, though, is that there's a lot of erratic activity that you're not needing to do if you trusted more. And this is one of the things that I go over a lot in this program, is if you trusted more. So let me say it differently. Our mind can make a list of what it seems like in our industry are the necessary steps to make something happen. This is the expected action steps that create this expected outcome. That is the expected marketing tool or system used within our industry, for example. And I could be over-talking this because you don't feel like you're that rigid, but take from it, I'm doing that for the collective on the call, but just hang with me and take with it what applies to you in your
I totally understand.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay, thank you for that help and support there, that you're with me. You get it.
Totally.
So your mind is really strong, but your heart and
being is so beautiful and so much stronger. And it's that fourth chakra energy and the second chakra energy I was just talking about. It really wants to lead the way now. And so your mind's telling you these steps are needed for you to create these outcomes, and you're keeping yourself way too busy, and it's actually serving to block some of the higher vibratory possibilities coming in, both with clients and alignments with colleagues, and that can lead to bigger outcomes of reaching more people. So if you could create some space every day to have a practice of where you were going off of your list of things to do, you instead go outside and connect. Or you meditate, or you dance, or some practice where you're connecting to that, your soul, to your spirit, to the alignment. You make sure you're in alignment, and then you can go back to your business and ask, okay, business, what do you want? So you're treating your business like it's its own entity, it's its own child you've given birth to, and it has its own personality and therefore its own desires, and you talk to it and you listen to it.
I love that. Yeah, great.
Okay, so did I cover it? I'm asking what is it with you and paper? Are you writing something furiously? Are you channeling a book or something? What are you doing?
No, I mean, I've written a book. I love Office Depot is like my favorite place on earth because I just love paper and pencils and.
Okay.
So yeah.
So how can you do a workshop around that love of paper and pencils with the channeling that you do? How can you do a workshop that incorporates that love? Oh, it's so fun. Is how to have it be fun.
Right. Okay, cool.
So maybe you
and I'm playing every day here in Hawaii.
Cool.
What's that?
Keep it up. Maybe you. So this is my mind now coming in from what just came through. Is maybe you offer a workshop where you're teaching people to channel through writing.
Yeah, that's what I do. I teach workshops on that exactly. how to do automatic handwriting so they channel their messages on the paper.
Right,
yeah. So do more of that.
Yeah, that's huge. But all right, so okay, then let me see if there's more with that. A pink bow, a gift. You have a gift for this. You're not recognizing how much of a gift you have. But that's not the message. They don't want you to feel heavy, or whoever is your guide that I'm talking to, whatever is the source of this information about you. They don't want you to, I'm going to call it a they. They don't want you to feel heavy. It wasn't an admonishment like you don't realize how gifted you are. But that's a gift in that more people want exposure to this because it can help so many more people. So have you been holding yourself back from increased exposure and getting out there more?
Yeah, no, I'm my own biggest skeptic. You know, I'm always afraid I'm going to be wrong. So I just keep it in. But yeah, I'm trying to go bigger, but it's terrifying to me. So I'm releasing that fear and just doing it anyway.
Okay, so maybe this is why I went right to your name, because I just came off of the group call with the Magic Manifestation and Money Flow program, and you're the exact energy of what we do in the program, what you're speaking to right now, being terrified. So definitely, Lisa, if it's a yes for you when you get off the call, book in with one of those on the Work With Me page for the Breakthrough Blast so we can get you.
Yes, I will.
But let me go ahead.
Perfect,
cool.
Thank you.
I'd love the opportunity to help you come out of that terror. And because why I was being shown the pink bow was to show you that it's a gift, and they're trying to say recognize the gift that you have. So this can serve a lot of people, it feels like. So let me go ahead and get up into Theta and do some clearings around this for you all about letting yourself launch forward more and have more success. If anybody is operating heavy equipment like a bulldozer, please stop. Because you might knock out. A lot of the times when people listen to these, especially if you're new to the call,
You might knock out and go to sleep because I'm knocking out your ego mind. Your everyday mind is knocking out so I can get to the subconscious and unconscious blocks more easily. You might not even hear me, which is common because I'm hitting a block. So just make sure that you're not needing to concentrate on anything like driving or construction work. And give me just a moment. I'm going to get on up into theta. And plug my phone in too because I'm running out of battery. Give me an extra moment here, please. Creator, it is commanded you clear any and all free-floating thoughts and trauma for Lisa and all the listeners, both now and in the future. Clear all imprints. Cut all cords of conditioning from the masses trance around limiting their success. Show me. Greater it is commanded you clear any and all free-floating thoughts and trauma and imprints around when they've stepped out before and had a lot of success. Something bad has happened. Show me. Creator, it is commanded you pull the belief at all the levels, resolving it at their past life history level. I'm afraid of my power. Yes. Replacing it with I'm afraid of my power. No. Show me. Creator, it is commanded you pull the belief at all the levels, resolving it at their past life history level. My power gets me and others hurt. Yes. Replacing it with my power gets me and others hurt? No. Show me. Creator, it is commanded you pull the belief at all the levels, resolving it at their past life history level. I'm afraid to be successful. Yes. Replacing it with I'm afraid to be successful. No. Show me. Creator, it is commanded you pull the belief at all the levels, resolving it at their past life history level. I don't deserve success. Yes. Replacing it with I deserve success. Yes. Show me. Creator, it is commanded you download the Creator's perspective, definition and understanding of deservingness of success, and allowing oneself to have as much success as they possibly can. As a child of this universe, in a human body, on planet Earth, right now, their highest and best with grace and ease. Show me. Creator, it is commanded you download the feeling of deservingness and allowing themselves to have success more than they ever have before. Show me. Creator, it is commanded you download the knowing how to go about each of their day-to-day lives, deserving and allowing themselves to have more success than they ever have before. Show me. Creator, it is commanded you pull the belief at all the levels, resolving it at their past life history level. I can't. Yes. Replacing it with I can. Yes. Show me. Creator, it is commanded you download the Creator's perspective, definition, and understanding of the I can energy. Show me. Creator, it is commanded you download the knowing how to go about each of their day-to-day lives with the I can energy. Show me. Creator, it is commanded you download the feeling of I can. Show me. Creator, it is commanded you pull the belief at all the levels, resolving it at their past life history level. It's not okay for me to be successful. Yes. Replacing it with it's okay for me to be successful. Yes. Show me. Creator, it is commanded you clear any and all contracts, vows, swearings, oaths, promises around never being successful or this successful again. Show me. Creator, it is commanded you download the Creator's perspective, definition, and understanding of it being okay for them to be successful. Show me. Creator, it is commanded you download the knowing how to go about each of their day-to-day lives with it being okay for them to be successful. Show me. Creator, it is commanded you download the feeling of it being okay for them to be successful. Show me. All right, Lisa, I feel like that's complete for right now.
Great, thank you so much.
You're welcome. You might, I don't know, do you feel anything around, what do you feel, or what did you feel during the clearing?
Yeah, no, I just felt a lot of energy flowing through me, and I just checked out, so I was somewhere else, I don't know.
Cool. Yep.
Very cool, thank you.
You're welcome, and it feels like your neck might get looser. There's a lot of fifth chakra opening in the back. Do you have?
Oh my God! It's been so tight the last 3 or 4 days. I literally went and got a massage yesterday, and it was still tight. So I'm hoping that would be releasing. That would be fantastic.
Yeah, and it could, honestly, Lisa, what I've seen with people, there's a certain morphic field around me and around the work I do when people have the intent. When did you see about this call? When did you know you were coming on?
I literally, a friend of mine told me about it, and who's worked with you personally, and then I signed up like 2 days ago, and that's actually, that's probably when it started.
Yeah, so you were already getting worked on. The fever peaking before it breaks. Yeah, it's phenomenal. I honestly, I'm so gifted. Talk about a pink bow. I mean, it's just great stuff.
I love it. I know. I think that is so cool because I've never had this pain before. I'm like, where did this come from? It just suddenly snapped in. I'm like, I've never felt this pain before. So cool. Yeah, my system has a way of calling up and getting to the unconsciousness and the blocks. That's really profound. So, do you have any Tiger Balm? No, but I have some balm from John of God that has been working great. Every time I put it on, it dissolves it. I went to Brazil and worked with John of God, so yeah.
Yeah, put it on your.
Yeah.
And
awesome.
The balm is okay. So I will talk to you soon. Be well and many blessings
Sounds
to
good.
you.
Blessings to you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay, Richard Green, hello.
Hi, Alison. Hi, Alison.
Hi. Hi.
I've been enjoying your sessions lately. My friend turned me on to them, so thanks for that. You know, I'm a triple Pisces, so I'm a little bit weird to begin with, but you know, I try to balance it all out. And it it serves me okay in this world. I've been connected to this idea of a soulmate, one true one, the person for me literally since I was a child. And lately I've been a little stressed about it because it just never happened. I mean, sure, I had relationships throughout my life, but I never really, and now when I really feel like I'm ready for it, I've been stressing. And I said to myself a couple of years ago, I said, if it doesn't happen by the time of your 60th birthday, you got to let it go. Well, I've got about a week and a half to go. And, it's something that I feel I really miss. It was a part of my life that I put so much energy into, and yet it never really happened. And sure, I got my kids out of my short marriage, and I love my kids, and I love my friends, those that are here and not those that are in another state of being. But for myself, I felt it was so important to have that in my life, and it never happened. And I wanted to see if there was something in your bag of tricks that you could do to help me.
Okay, so I have a response, but I want to put the response on the back burner. So I want to just see what comes through intuitively.
Yeah.
Okay, what happens when I say to you, you've already met her a long time ago?
What comes to me is like other life stuff, but not this life stuff.
No, it's this lifetime, my dear. Let me double check. Hold on. Is there college a woman that you had brief but intense interaction with that has never completely left your mind?
Not really. No one comes to mind.
All right, then it may have been a past life. So where I went to initially that I said I wanted to put on the back burner, and I do this sometimes because it feels like it's mind, but I should know better by now that it's usually intuition. You know how, Richard, you might not like this at first, and I'm sorry, but just help me communicate this out at first. You know how when you really want something, it escapes you, which is exactly what you're saying here?
Mm-hmm.
So it's almost like you've contracted it right out of your field because you've wanted it so badly. So there's also, hold on, there's more information coming through. Twin flame on the other side that has been with you your whole life as a guide, but hasn't been embodied, which is why you've had this feeling. So they've been a twin. They are your twin flame, but they're not in a body right now. And it's been. What happens when I say that to you? Why did you just go?
Yeah, I mean, I keep every year I keep saying to myself, she's coming, she's coming. Don't stress it, she's coming. And yet, it never happened. So I've been feeling, yes, somehow there's a disconnect, because, I'm a perfectly nice, loving, kind, spiritual person, and I should have a great love in my life, like everyone should, but I'm just talking about myself right now, and yet it never happens. So.
Okay, so there's a couple of concepts I want to communicate to you. I know that our culture and around the world, but Hollywood puts a big spin on this. The use of the word soulmate, I know, is a big deal in even in generations before. That you say soulmate, and it communicates all of this meaning, like the person that you're destined to be with. And I had my own experience with that, and I actually, in part, moved to Asia because of this, because I felt when I was in my long-term relationship during my master's prior to moving to Asia, I looked up in the mountains when I was driving along in the first month of living together, realizing this isn't the one you're going to marry. There's still somebody else out there, and I felt it was the person who was far away. So I acted accordingly. I stayed in that relationship for years, even knowing that, but we had a certain kind of unspoken agreement that we knew it was temporary. And then I later went, within a couple of years of graduating with my master's, over to Asia. So there was somebody there for me, and it was hugely bombastic. So I started to explore, what does it mean, soulmate? And what I came to understand is soulmate means, like, it could be your brother, it could be your cousin, it could be somebody that you feel strongly connected to, but fight with. There were 2 books I read by experts of doctors who've explored this phenomena of soulmates, interviewing people who consider themselves soulmates, and realizing that what he said was, one of the things he said, the majority of people who are soulmates don't marry, because if you marry your soulmate, it's incredibly difficult. People who are soulmates, who do marry, do it consciously with an understanding of how much work is going to be involved, so that dismissing all of the buildup around the concepts and the energy you've invested into what it means to have your soulmate, so that you can stop living the romantic dream and pushing away possibly other female possibilities for a relationship with the expectation that there's this huge, perfect fit out there. Because, it's not just about work. I do not operate from that at all. But apparently part of what we're here to do is to expand and become more than what we've been before. And so if we put together what I've just said with the communication to me that there's somebody around you who is your twin flame, and you have been in body at the same time before, but she's been by your side in this lifetime, it's why you feel like it's just out of your reach. So it's not that you've done anything wrong. It's not that it's more, oh, Richard, you've been so romantic about a soulmate, and so you've chased it right out of your life. It's not that. It's because you've sensed her, because she's been right there. And so you've been wondering, where the hell is she? Because she is right there. She's just not in physical form. So from here on in, what could happen is you meet somebody and you explore it, even if there isn't some big fireworks or connection starting off from the beginning. I'm not going to tell you that she's still out there for you to meet in this lifetime, because I'm not getting that energetic. What I am getting is that there's some beautiful potential that would actually be easier, because a twin flame is separate. It's different than a soulmate. Twin flame apparently is when we're connected with somebody. We're twin souls. It's like we're part of one soul. A soulmate is somebody who we've been together in other lifetimes, and they show up and we have karma to work out, which is why a lot of the times it's so challenging to be with a soulmate, because there's so much karma to work out. And so if we take everything combined, what if you could lower your expectations of what it's supposed to feel like when you meet a woman and she could be a possible partner? What would it take for you to be able to?
No, I feel like I've done that already. I mean, now I'm just, I don't need all the big excitement. I just need to feel, a deep connection with someone. I'm a very deep person, and I know that those people don't come along all the time, but of course they're out there. But it just seems like, gosh, I've waited this whole life. I'm almost thinking now maybe it's like what you just said. It's maybe it may not happen in this life. It may be something in the next life, which is.
But that you can still have relationships in this lifetime, Richard,
right,
that are fulfilling. But it's just not. So what you could also do. No, I'm not going to suggest that. Are you in Santa Monica?
I am very near. Yep.
So if there's any single women out there in Santa Monica, because I know I have a lot of LA-based folks on my list, feel free to write into me, and I'll connect you here with Richard. All right. So that having been said, let me go ahead and go back up into Theta and do a couple of clearings. Let me see what happens. Okay.
Okay.
So give me just a moment here.
Yep.
Creator, it is commanded you clear any and all free-floating thoughts and trauma, imprint, cut all cords of conditioning from the trance of the masses for Richard and everyone on this call to their highest and best. I'm all alone. Show me. Creator is out level, dissolving it. There, history level. I'll never meet the right one for me. Yeah. Replacing it with, I'll never meet the right one for me. No. Show me. Creator, it is commanded you pull the belief at all the levels, resolving it at their past life history level, at Richard's and everyone else's. I'll never meet the right one for me. Yes. Replacing it with, I'm about to meet the right one for me. Yes. Show me. Creator, it is commanded you download the Creator's perspective, definition, and understanding of meeting the right one for him, for his highest and best with grace and ease. Show me. Creator, it is commanded, good, you download the knowing how to go about each of his day-to-day life, being able to meet the right one for him. Show me. Show me. Creator, it is commanded you download the feeling of meeting the right one for him. Show me. Creator, it is commanded you clear any and all free-floating thoughts and trauma, imprints, and cut all cords of conditioning from the trance of the masses around there being no one for them and being meant to suffer alone. Show me. Creator, it is commanded you pull the belief at all the levels, resolving it at Richard's and everyone else's past life history level, I'll never meet the right one for me. Yes. Replacing it with I'll never meet the right one for me. No. Show me. Create to command it. You pull the belief at all the levels, resolving it. That's like straight up. I need to meet the right one for me. Yes. Replacing it with I need to meet the right one for me. No. Show me. Richard, that loosened up. I'm coming out of the theta healing now. That loosened up something there in the very first clearing I did. If you want to come back, Richard, and listen to the replay, others too.
Yeah.
The very first clearing I did contained trauma for another lifetime of you separating from. It feels like the soulmate / twin flame, I want to call her a twin flame, who's not in body, but with you this lifetime as a guide. But it's made you that, as trauma does, like we stay hooked into something, like either repeating, like there's a looping that goes on, or we just can't let something go, or something can't shift when it's locked up in trauma. So there's a trauma for you that you've repeated in other lifetimes, and even in that lifetime, there's also some karma involved here that you've got to burn off. That's what's been happening. So one of the ways to burn off karma is to continue to raise your vibration, volunteer, do service work, and then, my work clears karma.
Yeah.
You can.
Yeah.
But you're not. So when I say part of the karma was you needing to burn off some of the karma from that, that's almost done. Like really winding down.
Yeah, I'm feeling that.
Perfect. So this will boost. If you come on a Tuesday night call, I could continue to help boost this quicker for you to happen quicker and for it to be easier for you to allow it in. That would be my recommendation for you. The Tuesday night, and that's the cheapest way to work with me too, by the way. The Tuesday night call.
For sure.
So,
for sure. Thank you, Alison.
Yeah, it's my honor to help you get freer. So
Thank you.
You're welcome, Richard. It's going to be okay. It's going to be fantastic soon. But it's okay right now.
Thank you.
You might sleep more tonight.
I'm sorry, but I can't. You're kind of fading out right now.
Thank you all for your patience. I've never had that happen on any of these free calls. So Richard, whatever that was that we did together, wow. My phone had to shut it off, and then it wouldn't allow me to call in. I kept trying, and now I have deferred to Skype. So this is some really high energy, y'all. We've had some good clearings on success and some good clearings on love, and I need to go eat dinner now. So much love to you all, and if you want some of the brand new energy, that Mayan Ruins call really is, I highly recommend it. And you know the rest of what's available, as I said in the beginning of the call, so feel free to reach out to me. I'd love to be able to support you in getting more free. It's time, and much love. Thank you for being who you are on this planet right now. You're an important being. Bye-bye.
The conference is now completed. Goodbye.